morning and welcome to News 10. I'm Abhushan Gautam and these are the top stories making our headlines. Mata Tirtha or Mother's Day being celebrated throughout the nation today. Separate bilateral talks between Unified Maoist, Nepali Congress and CPN-ML failed to find consensus on disputed issues of constitution drafting. Finance Minister Pun estimates that Nepal's economic growth rate would reach 5% this year, the highest increase in a decade. No survivors of passenger plane that crashed near the Pakistani capital Islamabad. All 127 people on board killed. And Nepal Police Club storms into the quarterfinals of the British Gorkha Cup football tournament, defeating Bodh Football Club 2-0.
Sure price मा सरप्राइज एलजी का एलसीडी वा एलईडी टिभी मा स्क्रैच कुपनको साथमा थप एलजी डिभिडी वा सीजी मोबाइल पक्का पाउनु हुनेछ। विस्तृत जानकारीको लागि दैनिक पत्रपत्रिका हेर्नु होला। एलजी लाइफ्स गुड।
Welcome back. Now the news in detail. Today is Mata Tirtha Ausi, which in English translates to Mother's Day, a tradition that finds a very special place in the Nepalese society. This festival falls on the last day of the dark fortnight of April or early May. Now some updates on constitution drafting. Major party leaders have been meeting continuously to settle disputed issues as the constitution drafting deadline is nearing. However, they have not been able to forge consensus on issues pertaining to state restructuring, forms of governance and electoral system. The leaders of different parties have even met separately to discuss their stance on those issues. In this context, Nepali Congress leaders and members of the Unified Maoist Party met at the Unified Maoist Chairman Pushkamal Dahal's residence yesterday to converse on pending decisions. Likewise, the meeting between Unified Maoist and CPN-ML called to find a consensus on the disputed issues of constitution drafting also ended inconclusively. The meeting that took place yesterday in the capital failed to reach a proper consensus on the disputed issues. According to CPN-ML leader Bhim Rao, the leaders of the two parties failed to find a common ground on the issues of state restructuring, electoral system and forms of governance, among others. CPN-ML has ordered its party members to make public the records on levy payment as per the suggestion made by the party's Auditor General Commission. In a meeting held at Kathmandu yesterday, the party decided that they would probe into the matter and identify part members who had not fulfilled the responsibility of handing their share of payment to the CPN-ML. Finance Minister Barshaman Pun estimated that Nepal's economic growth would reach 5% this year, the highest increase in the last decade. Speaking during the inauguration of a conference on finance organized by the National Bank yesterday, Minister Pun stated that positive strides in different sectors of development had contributed to the increase in the economic growth rate. Various secretaries were appointed to the Legislature Parliament's Public Accounts Committee yesterday to discuss the misappropriation report submitted by the Office of Auditor General. The committee has been formed to discuss the annual increase in the misappropriation of budgets. The committee's secretariat has stated that after the preliminary discussions, the report would be tabled at the ministry, after which necessary measures would be taken to curtail the misuse. We'll take a short break here. Do stay with us for more news.
अल्ट्रा प्रिमियम ओपीसी मात्र एउटा यस्तो ओपीसी सिमेन्ट हो जसले सेवामा विशिष्टता, अत्यधिक भारवहन क्षमताका साथै गुणस्तरमा एकरूपताको प्रतिबद्धता जनाउँछ।
तर अल्ट्रा प्रिमियम ओपीसी त ठूला ठूला परियोजनाका लागि मात्र हो नि, होइन र?
हाम्रो ड्रिम हाउस पनि ती ठूला परियोजना भन्दा कहाँ कम छ र?
अल्ट्रा प्रिमियम ओपीसी सिमेन्ट, बियोन्ड द अर्डिनरी।
Welcome back. Now some international updates. Authorities say there are no survivors of a passenger plane that crashed near the Pakistani capital with 127 people on board. The Boeing 737 was en route from the southern port city of Karachi to the capital yesterday when it went down near Islamabad's international airport during a thunderstorm. And now some updates about the ongoing violence in Syria. Syrian activists report government forces have pounded a rebel-held section of the central city of Homs, the latest violence to grip a nation already losing its hold on an even shakier ceasefire. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said Syrian forces bombarded the Khalidia neighborhood in Homs with mortar rounds, reporting explosions every 5 minutes. US government says it believes China has provided help for North Korea's missile program. Reports have suggested a missile transporting vehicle seen at a Pyongyang military parade resembled others of Chinese design. At a Washington hearing, U.S. Defense Secretary Leon Panetta was asked whether Beijing had supported North Korea's missile program via trade and technology exchanges. U.S. Space Shuttle Discovery was officially welcomed into its new home. The shuttle rolled into the National Air and Space Museum's Udvar Haji Center outside Washington yesterday, where it will go on a permanent display. Among those on hand for the ceremony was former astronaut and U.S. Senator John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. Well, it's time now for yet another short break. We'll have some sports updates when we return. Do stay with us.
पक्का छ यो ग्यारेन्टी ढलानको लागि एकदमै सलिड हाम्रो भरोसा एउटै सिमेन्ट ब्रिज सिमेन्ट गजबको सलिड टेक्नोलोजी एकदम सलिड नेपाली बुद्धि विदेशी नलेज सबमा रहन्छ सलिड ब्रिज सिमेन्ट गजबको सलिड
ब्रिज सिमेन्ट अत्याधुनिक विदेशी टेक्नोलोजीद्वारा उत्पादित सिमेन्ट जसको परीक्षण कम्प्युटराइज्ड प्रविधिबाट गरिन्छ जुन सलिड छ ब्रिज सिमेन्ट सलिड टेक्नोलोजीले बन्छ सलिड सिमेन्ट ब्रिज सिमेन्ट सलिड सिमेन्टले बन्छ सलिड घर.
Welcome back. Now some sports updates. Nepal Police Club stormed into the quarterfinals of the British Gorkha Cup football tournament, defeating Bodhra Football Club 2-0. The match played at the Dasra Stadium in the capital yesterday. Both teams had chances to score and take the lead in the first half, but couldn't take advantage of the opportunities, and the match went into halftime with a goalless draw. Royal Challengers Bangalore defeated Kings 11 Punjab by 5 wickets in an Indian Premier League match played last night. In the match played in Chandigarh last night, Royal Challengers Bangalore won the toss and asked Kings 11 Punjab to bat first. Kings 11 Punjab posted a total of 163 runs in the allotted 20 overs, losing 6 wickets. And now a look at the weather updates.
Weather news in association with Apex Ultima. Sadhai chahanuhuncha ha.
And now, before wrapping up, here's a reminder of the top stories. Mother Tirtha Aussie or Mother's Day being celebrated throughout the nation. Separate bilateral talks between unified Maoists, Nepali Congress and CPNML failed to find consensus on disputed issues of constitution drafting. Finance Minister Pun estimates that Nepal's economic growth rate would reach 5% this year, the highest increase in a decade. No survivors of a passenger plane that crashed near the Pakistani capital Islamabad. All 127 people on board killed. And Nepal Police Club storms into the quarterfinals of the British Gorkha Cup football tournament, defeating Bodhra Football Club 2-0. Well, that's it for News 10 this morning. Viewers watching us live via web portal, satellite and cable, keep watching News24 for the latest events and happenings. You can also log on to our web portal, which is www.news24nepal.tv for more news. Thank you for staying with us in this bulletin of News 10. Have a great day.